Good morning, everybody. Welcome for the briefing of the last competition day. We will start with the results of the virtual competition of yesterday. I give the micro to Antoine Ave, responsible of the VETS competition.
Thanks, Regis. Good morning, everyone. So that was the task for day 6 yesterday for the virtual guys. They flew 350 kilometers, starting from Mallemoisson. Then they had a very nice weather with cumuluses reaching 4,000 meters near Colaniel and 4,500 meters in the Écrin. So that was really fun to see. Same rules as in the Sailplane Grand Prix with the same scoring system. Let's go for the results now. Regis. So winner yesterday was Witold Rozak from Poland. He flew at 175 kph. Then Joshua Meyers from the US with the GS3, 174.4 and 171.5 for Tim Kuipers, that you probably know from the Netherlands. He's used to fly the club class, but I think 18 meters is quite good for him as well. Yeah. Well, thanks a lot. Just a few words for you guys. I just want to say thank you to the 20 members of the eSport team who worked a lot on this project. There were almost 400 pilots flying every day your races, so they really liked that as well. So enjoy the day today, last day for you, last day for them as well today. So we'll be at the bar tonight. If you can come and join and make some comments, maybe, we'll appreciate that. So thanks a lot, and enjoy the race. Thanks.
Few words about safety. Brian?
It's a good idea, Antoine. I think the winner of this competition, and maybe the first three, should go and speak to the virtual pilots today. It would be a very nice gesture. And it's the last race day today. We've had a great week. It's been really good fun. And what's been very interesting is the sporting attitude of all the pilots. The gliding movement will be very proud of you guys to show how great our sport is. Lots of smiling, lots of happy faces, and actually no difficulties between competitors. It's really good to see. Yeah, we have a great sport, and we have a great spirit in our sport, and that's what we try to show. Today's the last day. I just remind you of a couple of things. We all stay on the same frequency. We fly in a very sporting fashion. Yeah, it's an individual competition between people, so take care of that. And we want to be sure that the winner at the end of the day is a true winner. Yeah, so let's maintain the great sporting spirit that we have in the competition. I remind you also that today's 11 points. I think Regis might remind you again. It's very tight at the top, yeah, so we're expecting to see some fun during the day, especially towards the end, I think. Yeah. Today might be the last race day. It might be the last race day of this Sailplane Grand Prix. But we must remember that it's not the last day. Yeah? Today is not the day when you take any risk. Today is not the day when you just tighten up inside somebody in the thermal to gain an advantage. Today's not the day when you fly just a little bit closer to the mountain to see if it works. Yeah? Today is the day when you come home to enjoy the party of the last day. And so when we're flying today, it's the last competition day, but it's not the day when we take a risk. And we need to remember that the whole day. Thanks.
Thank you, Brian. The schedule for today, the last competition day, prize giving ceremony will be at 7 o'clock in the evening, and the farewell party maybe at 8 o'clock after the prize giving ceremony. Today is the last day for the protests. According to the ACE-GP rules, expiry of protest time is 1 hour after publication of the results. The place scoring, on the last competition day, the organizer shall give 1 additional point bonus to the winner of the day. In case of tie between 2 or more pilots, all the tied pilots will get an additional point. And, as usual, don't forget to return your trackers. Let's move to the weather.
Good morning. So, yesterday, no regrets. You've seen it was raining all the afternoon long, so it was hardly possible to fly any task. But today, the front has evacuated to the east, and we are again under the influence of this high pressure axis extended over France, placing us in a northwest to north flux in altitude. You see that on the surface, the high pressure influence is building up over France, and there is no front in our region for today. On the latest visible animation, you see that this front residual are dissipating and evacuating to northeast, and we are in the Southern Alps in a clear sky area. Yes, on the latest radar animation, no significant rain approaching us, and it will remain dry all day long. On the cloud cover and precipitation forecast over the afternoon, so we have this cumulus pattern over the mountains and no high-level clouds forecast, no rain over us today. The forecast radio sounding for Gap at 3 p.m. local time. So you see a very different air mass. We are in this fresh maritime air with quite a dry profile in the upper levels and a good convective profile up to 2,500 meter AMSL. So we can expect cumulus clouds forming by the afternoon. And you see that the wind will be blowing from the south on the surface. It's going to be breezy in the afternoon, but over us it's turning west to northwest in the upper levels, but it's not that strong. The wind forecast for the surface wind at 3 p.m. local time, you see that it's Mistral in the Rhône Valley, but we are still in the east towards a more breezy regime with south wind blowing in the afternoon. Yes, just a map showing you the wind at 3,000 meter MSL at 3 p.m. So it's northwest, but it's quite weak. You see, it's less than 30 kilometers per hour. So the summary for today. So last nice, the last competition day, good back of the front weather. With clear, cold air, light mistral in the Rhône Valley, and breezy regime in the Durance Valley, under this weak northwest flow in altitude. 1, 2, 3 octaves cumulus in the flatlands, with phases up to 1,800 meter MSL to 2,000 meter MSL above mean sea level. It's not that high, but there will be more cumulus over the mountains, with higher cloud bases, maybe more than 3,000 meter MSL. Good thermals, the air mass is quite convective, and we can expect also convergences towards the east on the Verdon River. Yeah, the top task summary for Durance Valley. You see this nice profile with some cumulus topping the thermals during the afternoon, but there will not be numerous over the flatland. Looking a little bit to the northwest in the Diwa and towards Diwa and Baronnie, you see that it's going to be a little bit more cloudy over the ridges and still with good thermals. And looking over Parcours, much better boundary layer height, thermal stop above 3,000 meter MSL, and yeah, nice cumulus all afternoon long. Do you have any questions? Okay, if not, enjoy your last day, fly fast and safe, and see you tonight.
I would like to say a big thank you to Aude and to Michel for the weather forecast during that competition. Merci, Aude. Today, we have planned the task, one task for the moment, only task A. Distance 333. Start altitude 1,800 meters, and the finish altitude today is 600 meters instead of 500 meters. I will explain that in a few minutes. We shall take account of an eventually north wind on the finish. If we have north wind on finish, we don't want direct landing with tailwind, so it will be only speed finish with downwind and landing pattern to the south or landing pattern to the north. I will explain on the slides. The start is 064 Malmoisson. Turn point number 1 is 153 Barème. Turn point number 2 is 218 Col de Cabre. Turn point number 3 is 470 Réalon Ski Resort. Turn point number 4 is 347 Gréoux-les-Bains. Turn point number 5 is 518 Sisteron. It's the motorway toll south of Sisteron. Turn point 6 is the report 474 reporting point, and finish 326. Romeo 71 is not active today, so you are allowed to climb up to flight level 115 maximum. Maximum to altitude 1,100. It may change according to the weather. QNH is 1015 and no change. This is your task for today. We hope that the wind will be on south direction for takeoff, or if we have north direction on takeoff, we can take off with 5 knots tailwind. In case of takeoff with 5 knots tailwind, we ask your crew to run with speed, okay? Run fast, please. The crews must run fast. Aerotow incident during takeoff, no change. The glider will vacate by the left on the east side, and the tow plane will vacate on the right side or take off if possible. The only alternate field is the same. Landing during the launch time, glider landing on south echo side of the field with another takeoff maybe in 230 axis. We will decide what will be the release area before takeoff. And report point for today is the north report point. This is the explanation for today. So 600 meters mean sea level, above mean sea level, between reporting point and the finish point. No direct landing, if possible. And in case of south wind, you will cross the finish line and turn on landing and landing south. If we have north wind, you turn right, then go left for a left-hand pattern and landing north. When you report at the reporting point, so I ask everybody to call on the radio at the reporting point, I will give you the information landing south or landing north. If we landing south, this is the procedure. If landing north, this is the procedure. We ask the winner and the second and the third of the day to land and manage stopping the glider in front of the building for the interview. And I wish you a good last competition day. See you on the grid and look outside.